roster moves. Was this the right one? Was it not the right one? How does it feel to hoist this trophy again?
Honestly, I've been waiting for this theme for so long to hoist a trophy like this. You know, people are doubting Charlie, keep doubting. I mean, the kid's unbelievable. He's turned up to his first event and he's fucking won it. So put some respect on his name. And we're only going to get better from here. You know, everyone doubted us. We're going to keep getting better. And yeah, I'm just so happy right now. Absolutely, man.
It's got to be an amazing feeling. It's got to be a great moment. In fact, let's go ahead and toss that mic on over to Hicksy. Brother, what is this, right? What is this start for you?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I can't even put it into words. Obviously, it was only a month ago I was at the Boston Challenge event. I placed top 16 or something, and it was looking bleak for me. But then, obviously, a month later, it's crazy how quick things can change, and I've somehow won the first event. I actually don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've been bringing it up all weekend long. The first player to do it since like Scump and Bobby back in like 2011. I was going to say, that's good company to be there with the king. I'll tell you what, man, you've been waiting for this opportunity for such a long time. Yeah. How does it feel to do it in purple?
I mean, this is the only team I've been on, obviously, since I got picked up at the end of Cold War. So it's been a long time. It's been a year and a half of waiting. I almost left. I almost went home to the EU and played challenges. And then within the next week or so, I got put in the main team. And then 3 weeks later, look at this. So I don't know.
So you're looking at Scrappy right now being like, look at us, dude. Look at us, right? From challengers now to the main stage. You're winning stuff. Kledex, let's pass it over to you, my man. Dude, you're playing some unreal COD right now. The numbers from Major 2 to Major 3 are staggering. But like I said, it's a team effort. What makes this team, what makes you and this roster together so dangerous?
Honestly, I think it comes with practice. You know, our practice has been unbelievable. The amount of hours we put in outside of the game, just watching VODs and stuff like that. I don't think I've ever had a team as hardworking as these guys, so that's definitely it.
Absolutely, man. Practice has obviously shown up in a big way. And now I'm going to go and toss that mic on over to Scrappy. Scrappy saved you for last because you are our Major 3 MVP.
Sounds good. That sounds good, baby. Come on. Come on.
I'll tell you what, man. There have been a lot of people who have been waiting for you. A lot of people from last year and challengers who've been waiting for you to take the main stage, to enter into this roster. How does it feel not just to win your first chip, but to also win MVP on top of it?
It's, oh my God, it's insane, bro. The support all weekend from you guys, you know, and up until the last match, it was a fun time. Even the last match, we heard you guys, and we were like, yo, they might be loud, but we're coming for it. So, you know, we love you guys. Even if you're an Optic fan, we love you. And, you know, it's insane, bro.
It definitely is. I'll tell you what, man, I'm going to ask you again. What's the rest of the season look like for Toronto Ultra? Is this one of many ships to come?
Oh, yeah, 100%. You know, we even had, this is our only stage together. Like, we got Charlie after the first match. You know, it's just getting better in practice every day, getting to learn more about each other. We have a really good connection outside of the game as well. So, yeah, it's just up and beyond from here.
Absolutely. One maybe of many still to come for this Toronto Ultra team. Let's go ahead and give them a round of applause again. Ladies and gentlemen, your Major 3 champions, Toronto Ultra. That's going to do it for myself here and the boys on the stage. Guys, let's celebrate and desk. We'll toss it over to you now.
Thank you so much. Toronto Ultra, they get the job done. They are the champions of the Optic Texas Major. What a run they had. What a run from Optic as well. What an incredible tournament as a whole study. Almost get emotional, you know, just listening to them talk, because you could tell the passion and just how much it means to them to be standing on that stage hosting the trophy.
Oh yeah, without question, man. We're talking about 2 rookies for this Toronto squad. Like, they came out and got it done versus the Optic Texas team, who were making such an insane losers bracket run. And with Hicksy, this is a guy who everybody talked a lot of smack about. This guy wasn't putting up the big numbers, but what he did for this team was so impactful. 2-piece after 2-piece in those clutch moments. Every time he had to get something done, he did it, man. Congratulations to Toronto.
Absolutely. Tremendous performance, Ali. Hicksy, he just said it right. Top 16 at Boston. He didn't even know what he placed at Boston. He comes in here first major. He's now a champion. incredible.
And there's players like that, man. There's players like that out there who are on these teams who are meant to be kind of that support role, the objective player, doing some of these dirty works. You know, you see a rookie come into Call of Duty Challengers and, come into the league, being brought up from Challengers, and it's this huge expectation of, well, they have to fry, they have to put up these huge numbers, you know, they have to pull a Scrappy, you know, but they don't. They don't need to do that. I think huke is a perfect example of that, and I think there's nothing better than how much his teammates support him in that stance and in his role. And even when we interview, it's like, yeah, he's not dropping the crazy numbers in search and destroy, but you should hear the play calls. You should hear what he does in our comms when it comes to that game mode. And now he has a chip for it.
He has a chip. And Nameless, let's talk about the run from Optic Texas. It was historic through the elimination bracket. Maybe you have something to say about Toronto Ultra first.
Yeah, before we get into that, I wanted to say to Toronto Ultra, incredible organization. When you look at this team, every single player on this roster was a substitute player on their team at some point, dating all the way back to MW. So the way that they're breeding their talent and bringing them up to the main roster, typical, and they're doing a great job. Also, you said to touch on the Optic run, just insane, man. Like when you look at Optic a week ago, when they were in the online qualifying stage, they were not looking good. Hit or miss every single day. They come into this tournament, even in the beginning, shaky start. Once they figured it out, they learned their map pool. They learned what they were good at, where they could take some of these teams. They started steamrolling everybody. So for Optic, by all means, this is an absolute win. They just made a roster change as well. Still figuring things out. Just went up against a very tough opponent in the Toronto Ultra. And honestly, all things considered, like, they made such a long run. Like in that series right there, maybe they ran out of it a little bit. Sometimes it can happen. And, you know, everybody played great. So shout out Dan Ghosty. Shout out huke. These rookies putting on a show.
Rookies putting on an intense show like we mentioned, right? We had 4 of them, and all 4 of them placed top 4. That is spectacular. Study, we look at the run, though, from Optic Texas as well as Toronto Ultra. And for Toronto Ultra, being in this spot, now being champions, did you have any inkling this would be possible?
I definitely thought it was possible. I always thought Toronto Ultra were one of the more polished teams that we had, one of the more complete teams when you talk about every single mode. But all they were missing was that one little piece. I think with them being the best control team in the game, obviously they closed it out on the control, but they also turned it around in this series because Optic, they were looking so damn strong in hardpoint, and they lose both in that best of 7. So Toronto Ultra, they knew exactly what they needed to do to come out and get this victory, and they got it done.
And not an easy run either. Not an easy run whatsoever. They go undefeated in the tournament. MVP, though, Scrap, I think it's just so great that he was able to win it. You can see how much it means to him.
Beast, bro.
Major 3 MVP. He is a beast. He gives the most entertaining interviews. Allie, this is well-deserved.
Absolutely, and I feel like this is a player, you know, obviously he has a loud mouth, he likes to talk that trash, and it was always that big question of like, is he gonna back it up? Well, he did back it up, but like, now he's backed it up 2-time. Like, now having this championship, I don't think we'll ever hear the end of it when it comes to Scrap, but again, I mean, very well-deserved. He put up performances all weekend long. Like, not only in grand finals, all weekend long, it was Scrappy making the plays, so shout out to our MVP.
You know, coming into this tournament, in the statistics, he was like top 5 in a couple of different categories. He was top 3 when it comes to control, 1.3. Guys, in that final, Scrappy had 15,700 damage, the highest in the lobby, and he had a 1.33 going positive 33 across that series. The guy is a beast. When you think back to the key swing moment in the series, they're down in that hotel search and destroy. He makes a big play, pops a 3-piece, the second kill with the pistol, and that gets the ball rolling, the momentum back in their favor. From that point on,